Live. Okay. This is the closing show, so we're live. So okay, who should I hand it over to? Are you opening the live session? Everyone, this is the live session, as you can see. From what I can see, quite a lot of people around. So
All right, live from Poprad. Hi guys. So, wrap up for this unconference. Off. There you go. Here I go. Here. Okay. So, thanks for attending, everyone, this fantastic unconference. For us, it was an immense pleasure to have all of you here. And I wanted to have a very quick, wrap-up session and hear your feedback from what you guys are, what you thought of all that, if you enjoyed, if you didn't, if there are still any pending questions, and so on. And we're going to do that in a nice format, which is you're going to give me 1 or 2 sentences, not more, on what you thought about all this, as well as, what we should start doing, what we should stop doing, and what we should keep on doing. So
I start. All I can say is, this was the best event I've ever been to, ever. And I so look forward to the next Poprad event, wherever it's going to be in the world. I will be there. Thank you, a million times over.
all right. So can you give me what we should start doing, what we should stop doing, and what we should keep on doing?
I don't know anything that shouldn't have been done here. I think everything on that level, as far as what was done, the details that were beyond the typical, centered around the project, but centered around the margins were real important to me. And understanding what you guys are doing from a matter of money and how you're going to use the money, how you're going to use the talent, that was the highlight that I didn't expect. There's so much that I didn't expect that happened here that's wonderful.
Very cool. We're going to do it in a kind of unorganized format as all this event was unconferenced. Anyone else wants to jump in? Yep.
Had a really great time. I learned a lot and got a brand new family that I'll have to add to my picture books. That's great. I really enjoyed, I felt like today was an awesome day for the conference. And I really enjoyed the workshops we did in the morning, working in pairs. And I know the goal was to know how we were going to work. And I'd like to do more of that, like, practicing it and doing it together. And that was a really fun activity, and it, opened a lot of channels and opened up, like, how I could apply that everywhere else.
So very quickly, what we should stop doing and keep on doing?
Keep doing the examples and demos with teaching and coaching with it. And stop doing, I think David's got a master plan, so I'll just keep following him.
Okay, cool. Anyone else? Yes.
First of all, I had a great time. I'm actually on Team Pillar, and the best thing for me was meeting all these people that came from all over the world and just sharing stories, sharing information, and just it's cool to kind of feel that you have a team of people that you can rely on and count on that that for all sorts of things. So that's been really cool. So I think what we should stop doing is maybe stop using GoPros.
Professional cameras.
And I think what we should keep doing is keep putting out content, keep engaging in our community, keep harnessing the collective brain power and energy of the community, and just keep delivering content and keep speaking to the people, and just build this family.
So I really enjoyed the week. For me, it was really meeting all these brilliant people we have in the room right now was really a pleasure. It's a joy to be here. It was a very good decision. I think we should keep on keeping in touch, really feeding on what we have, all the brilliance we have in the room. We should start building a great product, and we should stop just talking about it, basically. So let's do it.
Hi, I'm Tony from Arizona. It was mind expanding. It was a big learning experience for me. I was more of a neophyte coming here, and exceeded my expectations. And keep going to out of the way places that people probably wouldn't make it to, because this was a real gem. Part of this conference was Poprad, and it's what made it really great. So great planning on your part. Thank you.
Wait for the microphone.
No.
Oh, no, this is much more fun.
All right. Now, what I want to say is I enjoyed the conference. I got a lot out of it. You know, normally when I go to conferences or meetings or meet with groups, it's like very dry, and you share your business cards, and you don't really say much or interact. And I kind of thought it might be something like that here, but no way. This was completely different. So I really like the family feeling, and I like just the community. I mean, I put on my Twitter that I think I'm in crypto heaven, you know, because I never get to talk about this stuff with anyone else. So that's what I really enjoyed. And I also learned a lot about the whole mindset of the way we want to work as a community, and that was an eye-opener. Because I didn't feel good about that in the beginning, but now I see it clearly and a lot better. And what we should, so those are the things we're doing well. I think the environment and building a community. Maybe, I mean, only critique I might have is just that maybe we should like put time limits on some of our meetings, and then, you know, so we can kind of, but yeah, that's about it. Great conference.
Nice and easy. Yeah, I just really enjoyed meeting every single one of you, talking to you, in seeing where you're all coming from, your different skill sets, different points of views. I've got mine, you guys have yours, and like I appreciate the fact that we can still be mates and like not have to have it out, even though we're at different ends of spectrum. Some of us, others more so. And then in terms of what not to do, yeah, ditch the GoPros. Maybe like we just got less, like I enjoy all the talking and we're doing great talking, and that's kind of what's fueled all this, but now we've kind of had our conference, it's time to just go for it.
I definitely enjoyed the networking. I'm still enjoying the networking. It's going to continue tonight and tomorrow probably. I would like that the event is known a little bit further in advance. It was hard to plan this. It's hard to get 5 days for some people, 2 days for some people was a rough thing, and especially the people coming transatlantic to book flights so that they are not having to spend so much of their personal information, personal money in order to get to these kinds of events. And I think it might be interesting to reach out to the local community before the event is planned, any local groups, schools, whatever they've got, is to kind of say, we've got this coming here, do you want to come in, do you want to speak to it, so that the local community also benefits. There you go.
So this was a real rich event for me. I'm new to the crypto space, and just everyone that I met was from a different industry, different walk of life. And so I just gained so much through all of our interactions. So something I think we need to keep doing is let's keep the tent broad, so folks like me who don't know much about crypto can come in and talk with folks like Tristan who've been, you know, thick in this for a long time. So that's what I want us to keep doing, keep it broad. Big tent. Yeah.
Anyone else? Maybe, do we have some comments?
We had one comment. Basically, the comment was, first of all, I love these Ethiopian runners. Yeah, they are the best. Second thing, for now we have one question. Was that guy was holding a beer? That was the only one question. The answer is yes. This is the finest Slovak beer, perfect for a wrap-up. I'll update on more questions if they're coming.
Anyone else?
Hey. So I'm really glad to finally arrive here, and I always feel blessed when I see people coming together, living together for days, collaborating, and sharing their personality with the group. And this is the base of the community, how to make a community. So I can say I see a really good community around me now, around the Pillar project, and it's working well. And maybe the key point, what I can reach out from this, I saw here only for people trying to find solutions and not focusing on problems. So thank you for that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been great. I reiterating some of the points made because for me it's been great meeting people from all different walks of life and industries, working in different sectors around the world. I think that's fantastic because it's a community-based project which is bringing everyone from around the world. And the importance of this is important for the world. The whole concept of the personal data locker and keeping your data secure and your own data for yourself is an important thing for the world. So the passion here is amazing, and the passion will continue. And what we need to stop doing is basically stop so much on the planning, the talking, and really getting on with it. You know, we've got to really get focused and moving and get this this first iteration of the wallet out to the community as quickly as possible, and then move on from there.
In this event, we need to keep on doing a lot of the things which have occurred here. This event served multiple purposes. It provided a platform for newcomers to the community. It allowed a lot of established businesses and players to find partners in what they were attempting to do. It served as a medium for expanding and extending the culture, which David advocates. It provided a learning experience, and then it also built up what Pillar is trying to do. So this just worked on so many different levels in so many different ways. I think that we need to continue to do gatherings like this on a frequent basis. Not a once a year thing, but I think far more frequently than that. And that you need to continue to pursue that vision that the Pillar office in London is going to be a connection point or a hub, kind of a crossroads of sorts for people that are bringing together the ideas and the many different connecting services and concepts that build off of the Pillar wallet. This was well worth doing, and if you weren't here, you really missed something.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I just want to say I had a blast, and let's keep it up, and let's keep it raw.
Yeah.
That's all.
We've made some very good points. And I think it's time to leave it for David to wrap up. Please applaud David. Thank you.
Where should I be? Hi, everybody out in YouTube land. Hey, you should be here. The beer is delicious and the water's fine. So what did we do here? So what did we do this week? Let's see. We made Rugi a local star of the walking scene here. I think your picture will be on desktops around town, right? We froze Michael's ass. We froze Michael, and I can't because then I can't face you guys. We froze Michael and scared the crap out of him. What else did we do? We got one guy to the hospital. Josh went to the hospital. That was good. We discovered the local mall and ran them out of food, I think. We had a lot of good sessions with Kalia. We had a lot of just random interactions, which was the idea, right? What else happened? Anybody have another happening from this week? Did you? Okay. Who went to the swimming pool once, at least? Yeah. How many of us did not even get it? We wanted to, but we didn't get it. Not even, no chance. Yeah, we didn't. A bunch of us didn't. We love to go to the swimming pools here. There's like 9 of them. There's like a ropes course. There's all kinds of things I would go out do if I just had time. So maybe tomorrow. We went up the mountain, and then we waited 2 hours for the taxi to come back. I think we still owe the bill on that. We dragged these huge pillar banners from Amsterdam, and we're going to take them back and put them up in our next big space, which I've just spoken to the owner of a really exciting space in London, and he's very excited about having us come look at the space and talk about it. And there's even an apartment for me maybe in it, so who knows? It could be, oh no, it could be full time. We actually might have, it's actually zoned so people can sleep there. And we can have a little cafe even. So it's really exciting. We're going to be working on our first architecture meeting at the end of August, not at the end of September. That's an email I'm just sending now. So we'll be gathering in London at the end of September, end of August, Vitor, if you can hear me. And I just want to say that I'm just blown away by this group of people who came at the last minute complaining about the flights. So what? You came. You're here. You did it. I mean, if we'd given people more warning, there'd be 200 people here. Plus, this is a really good start for us to get our muscles working on this. And all of you are now volunteers to organize the next one. And I'm voting for Rio de Janeiro, but we could figure out where we could look at other possibilities. And all of you are volunteers, just like we have been for a long time. And so I've hired 4 people here to help us raise money for 2030 and do many other things. And I'm hiring you too. I'm hiring you right now for no money, full time, no health insurance, to help us build this dream. And this is how we're doing it. We're doing it with no money. We're doing it with community. We're doing it by helping each other. And we know this is a bright future, and that as much money as we have will go to the people who volunteer and help us. So we're not exploitative. I've been doing this. I've been volunteering for 2 years doing this. We all have. That's when you get into this company, join the club, because we all suffered, because we don't do this random looking at resumes and the stuff they do at Google and the stuff they do in other places. We do it our way. And if other people judge that and don't like it, that's okay with us. This is our way. Our way is we work. That's what we do. We try things. We do things. right? Less like the Inventioneers game. How was that? The Inventioneers game? That was a highlight. So, and you can do it too. I don't think it was on video because it didn't make good video, but take the game Inventioneers, put it on from your iPad or your big phone thing, your tablet, and then share it with two people and have one person drive and the other person be the co-pilot and play the game Inventioneers collaboratively and work together to practice your pairing skills. And you'll find it's an amazing exercise on working together, and it changes your idea of pairing because it shows how much more focused two people can be and how much amazingly efficient that is. And many other things that we discovered. We discovered what kind of decision makers we were here and what kind of bets we would accept. We had a couple of people, 3 people here willing to take the chocolate bar bet, we could call it. And all of this stuff is expensive for you to get from me, and you paid for it. You paid for it with your energy. You paid for it by getting here, right? That was your price of admission, and you paid it. And my question is, was it worth it? Did it exceed your, and this is kind of a forced environment, so I'm not going to ask for show of hands, but it exceeded for me by far. And you notice we didn't have any big product road mapping, and we didn't do much planning. We're just here to talk about the seed that will crystallize into the Pillar Project. And we want to get the seed right. Right, we want to establish and defend our way, because if it's our way and some people don't like it on YouTube, in social media, and they don't like it, that's okay. We're going to keep doing it. We're not here to pay attention to the price of the token. We're going to get, tokens on exchanges because people want that, that's fine. But we are not here to manage the token. We are here to build the world's most amazing wallet that becomes the personal data locker that runs your everyday life. When Vitor, just to be clear, when Vitor says, I think we can have a personal data locker ready in about a year, he's not talking about a wallet. He's talking about a personal data locker that can tie into hundreds of different services. And it's going to be exponential, right? It's going to start slow, and it'll be a wallet, and then pretty soon you'll turn around, and a lot of people will be jumping into this and building an ecosystem that will make it just take off into a multi-service, personal assistant that we haven't talked about much here. And that's the point. That's why we're here, to just bond and to talk about how we work. So I'm really thrilled. And I'm happy to keep doing this for all of the people who are missing this and who want to learn about how to work, how to make your startup, how to make your company, your enterprise better functioning. We will do this. We will help educate people and help listen and work with people so that all of us benefit from the interactions, and we are keeping the interactions up. So we're not announcing our online community yet, but we're starting to build it up and test it out, and we hope to announce that within a couple of weeks so that everybody listening can come in. Actually, we should do that in a video sometime, because in a video, maybe a couple hundred people watch, so we'll invite them next, and then, as people discover the video, they'll find the community. So pretty soon you're going to find yourself in our online community with all of us. And you can be part of the next event and all the next things that come for the Pillar Project. Okay. Anything else as we wrap up? Expectations, anything on scope of, does anybody want to know anything more about 2030, for example, or any questions at all? Just want to make sure that people are not, get everything. Some people want to know what 2030 is. Some people out here may want to know what 2030.io is. It's the owner of the Pillar Project. It's a company that's based in Zug, Switzerland, that is an AG, so it's kind of a big grown-up kind of corporate structure. It has some investors. I'm the major shareholder, and other founders are also shareholders. And it's the umbrella, I'm not saying holding company, it's the umbrella under which several projects live, and the big one is Pillar, and every single ether that went to the Pillar Project will stay on the Pillar Project to build that ecosystem, and we're also raising money separately so that we can do our other projects. And our other big project right now is called the Cryptex Index, which you'll learn about at tokenfactory.io, and that's another division of ours, and that's looking for funding, and that's a really exciting index product that we hope to take to market later this year. And then we have several other products planned, and you can be part of it and build products under this umbrella too, because 2030 is like a venture fund in reverse. It's a big community of people who are trying things and prototyping and doing market experiments to find what next product people will buy. And then when we see those signals and people who are volunteering are, interacting with the market and finding the product fit without really building too much, then we'll bring those people on. We'll hire them, and they can build their dream product inside of 2030. So we're designed to bring people in and hire them in and not spin things out. We're not an accelerator, we're an aggregator. We're going to be pulling projects in and building blockchain innovation centers in many cities. So our next one is, our first one is London, and the next one we hope will be in Rio. We're looking for sponsors in cities. So if you live in a big city and you can help us get sponsors to build a 2030 blockchain innovation center, we're just talking about 7,000 square feet in London right now, and talking with sponsors already in Rio and already in Amsterdam. So if you want to, can talk to sponsors in your city. In fact, a guy from Mumbai contacted me today and wants to help with Mumbai. Did he contact you? Cool. That's our thing. It's not a really roadmap. It's a mesh network of energy that people will bring to getting, okay, what do we need? How do we get an innovation center in our city? Well, we'll make a video on that. We'll tell you about that. We're not going to give it all give you all the details now, but you can do that. It's kind of like TEDx. If you want to be part of it and build it, it's all about action and not even permission. It's about doing. Okay, we want 2030 to be a platform that people can just take and go to meetings and say, I'm part of 2030. We may have never have met you, but you can still be part of 2030 and say, we're interested in setting up a blockchain innovation center here. Who can I talk to in your city? And we do hope to be in Rio at the end of this year, and all of you are invited, and we hope to be in Lagos, Nigeria, and in Cameroon next year, building connections with the local communities there, and we may be somewhere else in the spring. So it's all depending on your energy and whether our intentions can manifest into things like this. On short notice, we did it. With a little more notice, watch out. Could be much, much bigger, and we hope it is. Okay, other questions, other leading questions that have already been planted by our agents in the audience? Question online. Yatsek has a question from someone in Sioux City, Iowa. No.
Here, I'll hold it. Okay. First of all, best regards from Tony and Pierre from London, who are already back and should be with us here, but they have to go back home.
We're going to see you soon.
I'll take it. Of course, we will see soon Pierre. We will see soon Tony also. Many people saying like words of support, saying that they are long-time holders, and these are the people of who we care the most, and we are really happy that you're with us. Also, another very visible comment. I think it's all Sebastian's fault, because there were comments that less talking, more coding. Yeah, this is the thing that will be upcoming right after this conference, and we're also looking forward to start doing things. So you'll be sure that we will update on our development, and we would love you guys to check it and test it, how it's going on. Okay, I'll go back and read some more comments.
tell this many people on YouTube what
Ah,
about our community or not? Not yet.
that was a question about it. That was a question about it.
I mean, we can't really test without these guys.
Yeah, how
so,
many
you
people
know.
are we talking about here?
Yeah, how many people?
About 40, 40, 45, 50.
All right, let's let them in. Okay? Tell them, because then people who discover this are also going to find out. So I'm going to tell them. It's easy. Okay. Okay, come to our community. It's community.pillarproject.io. That's it. It's a rocket chat. And we ask you to use your first name dot last name. Don't have any fancy mystical names. There are going to be thousands of people in this community. So come to community.pillarproject.io and register with your first name dot last name, nothing else. In case somebody already has it, just put a 2 on there, because 1 is kind of silly. You're not 1. If it's Roger Smith already, then you're Roger Smith 2, not Roger Smith 1. Okay? And we'll see you in there. And it's okay that this is going to be there and people will discover it, so that helps us load up the community slowly and not all at once. So please jump into community.pillarproject.io and we'll see you there, and we can make new channels. We can, if you've got a city that you want to work on bringing a center to, set that up and we'll see you in the online community.
One thing
Good.
about the online community. So guys, on both iOS and Android, there are 2 apps. This is not good with the light, but there's 2 apps. There's one that ends with a plus and one that doesn't have the plus. The plus one, don't use it. Just use one without the plus and read the instructions on the community. You need to make sure that you enter the right host to connect. But we're gonna do a video. Hope to see you there.
Okay, cool. Is that a wrap? Should we say goodbye from Poprad? Okay, till next time. See you. Bye.